اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق.
Welcome to our 30-part Ramadan series on wisdom to feed the soul. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin salatan tufrihuhu, tus'iduhu, turdihi, wajzihi biha anna ma huwa ahluhu ya arhamar rahimin wa alihi wa sallim. Allah bless you all. Alhamdulillah. Once again, we're looking at some of the wisdom to feed our souls. Wisdom that Allah blessed some of the great luminaries and the amazing scholars and people who are close to him of this ummah. So today we will look at some of the words of Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhu wa arda, an amazing scholar and a person close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it seems. So one day he was sat with one of his students, Imam Dawood al-Ta'i, who in his own right was a major scholar and a great man of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in later years. So at this point, Abu Hanifa speaking to him as a student, and he said, Ya Aba Sulaiman, O Abu Sulaiman, the kunya of Dawood al-Ta'i, Amma al-adatu faqad ahkamnaha. As for the tool, the instrument, we've mastered it. So he's talking about knowledge. So Abu Hanifa was a mujtahid mutlaq. He reached the highest levels of scholarship that's possible, within the Sharia. So then Imam Dawood al-Ta'i said to him, well, فَمَاذَا بَقِي? So, فَأَيُّ شَيْءٍ بَقِيَ? So what's left after that if you've mastered knowledge? So Imam Abu Hanifa said to him, Al-amalu bihi, applying it, doing it. What the knowledge we learn, that we try to do something to change, to be better, to be people who are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there's a huge amount of wisdom in this, that it's not just about, memorizing as much as you can memorize and piling in, the facts into your head, and, just having lots of ijazat in this book or in this narration. It's about guidance, being characterized as having lived that guidance, taking the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and putting it into your life. When you desire, I'm not going to speak to that person, I'm going to do this to that person, and then you think, okay, how does the Prophet do it sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Okay, I will try my best to apply that. These sorts of things. So one of the things that is really relevant here is the rest of this narration, is that Imam Dawood al-Ta'i, he thought about it, and the teaching circle of Imam Abu Hanifa, there was probably 36 top level students, mujtahideen, right? People who are on the highest level of scholarship. He was training them to be on that level, and Dawood al-Ta'i radiyallahu anhu was one of these people on this level. And so, especially with Abu Hanifa, the way he taught, it was a majlis of tafqih. It wasn't just, this is what the question is and this is this answer. He would pose a question, ask people their opinions, give his answer. There'd be a discussion and debate, and through that people were being trained. So Dawood al-Ta'i, he thought about sincerity. He thought about, how can I know I'm truly sincere to Allah? So he decided that for the next year, he would sit in Abu Hanifa's gathering and not say anything. He literally forced himself to stay quiet. And this is very similar, in our times. Someone will learn a few things, a few facts, and then it's off onto social media, and we're just, sometimes it's about nuanced matters in certain sciences that are specialist fields. And I understand like some scholars go onto their platform and they discuss some of these masail, and clearly they're discussing with people who are ready to understand them, and there's benefit in that, so Allah bless them in their efforts. But we're talking about someone who's still on the way of learning, still maybe there's a bit of a challenge with keeping the intention sincere, all of these issues. And because It's not like you've got a certificate, right? That's it. You're now sincere, and you'll never have another wrong thought in your mind ever again. So just being cautious and guarding that sincerity, and applying the knowledge that Allah gives a person, right? These two are hugely important matters. So Imam Dawud al-Ta'i, for a full year, he resisted speaking out in class, and this was a huge thing, huge matter, especially in those gatherings where they were encouraged, no, what's your opinion, and okay, debunk that. And it was a huge act of sincerity. And so he ended up becoming one of the greatest scholars and saints of Islam, radiallahu anhu arda, along with his teacher Imam Abu Hanifa and the many others that benefited from Abu Hanifa. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the ability to apply our knowledge and to make us sincere through and through, right? Absolutely sincere to him and true to him in every way. آمين يا رب العالمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.